Welcome. I'm glad you could join me through this colored television. Uh, wait, it's not a television? Oh, oh, thank you for joining through this computer. For our show today, I shall teach you about businesses. I am a business owner. I own the local gas pump. Yes, I shall be able to tell you all about businesses. What's that? Or I shall let him tell you. Until next time. All right. Well, let's thank our wonderful intro there. So I will be telling you about businesses. It's once again your host, the maestro of education, the slinger of economics, the bringer of knowledge, Mr. Cruz. All right. So businesses. We're going to talk about several types of businesses and formats of businesses today. Sole proprietorship. That is a business owned and managed by a single individual. Sole proprietorship means that it is yours. This is the most common type of business. The owner takes full risk and reward. So if something bad happens, it's on this owner. If something good happens, it's on this owner. So if they make it, start making billions of dollars, that owner's got it. But if they lose lots of money, it's on that owner. They have unlimited liability, which means they are responsible for all debts and damages incurred. Okay? So if something happens badly with that business accidentally does something real bad, then they can be sued over it or whatever. And they will need startup money. Okay? Then there are partnerships. Partnerships are businesses that are owned by two or more. Okay, it doesn't have to be just two, it's two or more people. Okay, we can have a partnership with five of us. Then there are two types of partnerships. You have a general partnership, which each partner shares full unlimited liability. Okay, so that way, if there's five of us, that is split five ways between us. We all have unlimited liability. And then there are limited partnerships. Each partner's liability is limited to their investment. For example, let's say somebody has this great idea and I want to partner up with them, but all I'm really doing is I'm putting some money in. So I'm going to put in, $10,000 into this business. And they're going to run everything and do everything. I sign up to a limited partnership so that my investment is as much as I can be out. So if that $10,000 gets lost, that's my liability. Now I can still reap in the reward based on my percentage that is agreed upon. Uh, but beyond on liability, that is where my liability stops. Okay. Corporation. Corporations are where you start getting into your rather large businesses. They are owned by stockholders. That is a legal entity with rights to buy, sell, and make contracts. Okay, a stockholder is a person who owns a share of a stock in the corporation, or also known as a shareholder. Okay, a stockholder or a shareholder. A stock or a share is a certificate or unit of ownership in a company. So it says, so whenever you hear all these people trading stocks or I own so many shares in a company, that's a piece of ownership of that company. Dividends. That's a share of company's profits that the company pays to investors. Okay, you hold these stocks and these shares so that as a company makes business, you make a little bit of profit off of it. And then board of directors. This is a group elected by the stockholders to run the corporation. Okay, these are chosen people, and their main job is to watch out for the stockholders to make sure that this company is making money so it benefits the stockholders. Private corporation. The shares are not publicly traded on any exchange, okay? There are stocks and shares, and let's say, I started it and I give out shares to my friends and family. Those aren't, and the shares are not to be sold on an exchange or anything. Therefore, that is a private corporation. Now, a public corporation, shares are traded on a public stock exchange. I can go online and I can go to a broker and I can buy shares in that corporation. And then there are nonprofit corporations. They are organized to benefit its members or a special cause, not to make a profit. These are not out to make profits. A lot of these have to do with things like education, and a lot of them have government funding and so forth behind them. Business models. All right, we're going to talk about some business models and the way that some businesses set up to do things differently. The way a company operates its business, okay, and that's what the business model is. Every business does things a bit different. For example, Amazon, eBay, they do things differently, but they are more similar than some others. A business plan is the description of a company's intended business model. It identifies potential customers. Who are we going to serve? Who's going to buy our goods, or who is going to use our services? Okay, it identifies goods and services to be offered. What are we going to be selling, or what are we going to be offering to do? It describes the organization of the business. How are we going to be set up? Are we going to have a CEO, a CFO, a vice president? How are we going to be set up? Well, are we going to have branches? It describes how the business functions, about how it will go about its everyday routines. And it explains how the business generates revenues and profits. How are we going to make money? All right, the shopkeeper. This is one type. Retailer sells goods directly to the consumers. This is a type of store we're all used to because we run into the store, be it a convenience store, a grocery store, or so forth. These are retailers. If you go up to the mall, it's full of retailers. You buy goods from a supplier or a wholesaler, and then you resell them for a higher price. For example, if Dante here is selling a stick of gum, he'll buy a whole bunch of gum. Let's say he buys 1,000 boxes of gum, and he pays 10 cents each. Or let's say he pays 50 cents each. And then he turns around and resells them for $1 each. Okay, so it's costing him up front, but he's making money. He's reselling it. And then you need to keep inventory in order to before things run out. So you need to make sure if he sells 99 things of his gum, or 999 of them, but he ordered 1,000, he don't need to wait till that last one to order. He needs to order, when he gets to about like 750 of them sold, so he gets more in, so he's selling them. Okay, so that's why you always see them doing inventory and checking on things. Bait and hook. Okay, they sell a basic product at a really low price, sometimes even for a loss. Where they make their money are the refills or equipment. That's how they make their money. Example, think about printers. Man, you can buy printers cheap. Now, printers run on ink. You gotta have ink. Now, if any of you have gone out and tried to buy ink, ink is ridiculously high. Ink costs as much or more than the printers. So they're selling these printers, these basic products at a low price, and then the refills are where they make their money. They make their money off of the ink for that printer. Uh, I know people who they buy a printer and get rid of it every time it needs to be refilled, so they go buy a printer because you can buy a printer cheaper and you can buy the ink. Especially a lot of them now that require you to have all the colors in order just to print black. So that is the bait and hook. Subscription. Customers pay a subscription and receive a good or services. Example can be magazines, newspapers, can be cell phones like Verizon, AT&T. They can be cable or satellite, Dish, DirecTV, Cox, whatever. They can be your internet. Okay, you pay a subscription, a reoccurring subscription, and you get a service. Netflix, or World of Warcraft, or a ton of different other things that are subscription based. They keep a continual amount of money coming in every month. Cutting the middleman out. This is one that's becoming bigger and bigger. Companies reduce costs by selling directly to the consumers who order online. Okay, you can see Mario cut the middleman out and sells directly to the consumers now. So you go online and you buy straight from that wholesale company or whoever's making it. Remember, in the retailers, they bought it cheaper and then turned around and sold it for more expensive. Well, in cutting the middleman out, you go either to the wholesale place, and there are stores that are like the wholesale stores that you can go to as well. And that way, you're not getting that markup, you're buying it for that wholesale price. Online auctions. Customers can go to an online site and bid on an item. This is one that gained popularity quite a few years back now, like eBay. But this led to a lot of online buying. Remember when eBay was just total craze, and Craigslist came up and became a huge craze. And these are examples of these online auctions. People go in, they mark something for low, and by the time you know it, the price on it is high because people keep bidding for it. Bricks and clicks. This is becoming highly popular. A mixture of physical and online stores. A lot of your major stores are doing this. They're becoming that mixture. You can go in and buy at the store, or you can go online and click and decide what to buy, and it either will ship to the store or ship to you. It offers convenient and efficient online purchases, but allows quicker deliveries through local stores. Exposes company brand name with physical stores. Examples of this: Best Buy, Walmart, Target. A lot of these, pretty much any store now, or at least most stores, offer online, and you can go online and you can see what they have for sale. You can buy it and then have it shipped to the store and then pick it up. Pretty much if it's a major physical store, they are going over to this bricks and clicks model to where they have an online name. And then Google, real quick, just to discuss Google. Started in 1996 by Larry Page and Sergey Brin. They both own 30% shares, which gives them controlling interest because they own together 60% of Google. That way they can still make the decisions about what happens. It makes money with its advertising. You can see, and now Google has even branched on out to where, they're making phones and they're selling all sorts of stuff. And they have one of the most amazing work environments. There was a movie out about a year ago called Interns. You kind of got to see firsthand some of the stuff they have at the Google company. That it's, they have slides and they have places where you go and, you relax. They have places for you to go take a nap. They have places for you to go play some games and just kind of lays out a little bit because they believe in this peaceful work environment that allows the creativity to really flow. but it is shown to be very, very effective, and a lot of people want to work at Google, and that you can make money without doing evil. Um, and there's a little video that you can check out. All right, until next time, deuces.